Mike Davidson, a Christian counsellor and co-director of Core Issues, a non-profit ministry who offers support to homosexual men and women who say they want to change their sexual preference, and James Taylor, the head of policy for Stonewall. James Taylor, to you first. What do you make when you hear the testimony of people like Gail in Amanda Walker's report, who was told falsely that she was gay because her father had abused her, or another woman who went through an exorcism? It's
deeply shocking. It's deeply worrying and deeply troubling that lesbian, gay and bisexual people are being treated as second-class citizens, effectively. And, you know, there is no basis for gay cure or gay conversion therapies in this country or in any other country.
The Department of Health has said being gay is not an illness. It should never be treated as something which is curable. What do you say to that, Dr. Mike Davidson?
Well, I think it's indicative of the fact that we really need to stop using these pejorative terms like gay conversion. And
what would you call it then?
Well, therapeutic support for men and women who want to explore the possibility either of managing, reducing and, where possible, eliminating same-sex attraction. Those are three very nuanced areas, and we need to be very careful that we aim ourselves very carefully.
Well, I mean, therapy does imply cure.
There are many therapeutic contexts where we are not trying to cure people. A person may have a speech impediment. It's therapeutic work that helps them to improve.
Yeah, well,
those
exactly.
things.
But you're therefore equating a speech impairment, which most people would consider to be a disability of some kind, with being homosexual.
My concern is that autonomous individuals, after advanced informed consent, really do need to be supported in their life choice in wanting to live the way that they want to, that's consistent with their values.
I mean, James, however distasteful you think it might be, I mean, do you think in practice this sort of therapy can work, can change people's sexual orientation?
No, and there's no evidence to suggest it can. I think whatever you call this therapy or treatment, the fact of the matter is you're suggesting that people should change something about them, and you're suggesting that being gay is an illness and something to be cured.
Where people say, I want to change?
Not that I'm aware of.
You're saying it does work?
Well, certainly there are peer-reviewed pieces of research that have indicated that in some cases it's possible. Anna Freud found the same thing. Charles Socarides found the same thing. Through every decade, really, there has been a voice that indicates in some cases it's possible. That does not mean that those values need to be imposed on everybody, but what it does mean is we need to protect and preserve the right of individuals to live lives the way they want to, and we should afford them the best professional support that we can.
I imagine some of the problem that you might have at Stonewall is whether it's individuals' choices or whether people feel pressured, particularly young people, pressured to go for this sort of treatment.
And the fact of the matter is every professional body and regulator in this country has said that conversion therapy doesn't work and have outlawed it, and will strike off any practising professional who attempts to cure somebody of being gay. In 21st century Britain, there are still many young lesbian, gay and bisexual people who are growing up at high risk of bullying and are suffering every day simply for who they are. And to be told that this is something that can be cured sends a really damaging messages to them.
And yet the American Pediatric Association has refused to ban it, reminding politicians that they are not counsellors and psychotherapists, and therefore they should be wary of legislating
You see, paediatric, that's children.
Certainly.
And it's not necessarily free will, is it? It's people's parents pressuring them.
And those factors need to be taken into consideration. Nobody is saying that we shouldn't iron out the extremes.
OK, we're going to have to end it there. Thank you both very much indeed. That was Bolton & Co.